The blackness of the night begins to soften. It does not vanish all at once. Instead it yields, slowly, to a deep and gentle blue. A blanket of mist, cool and damp, clings to the forest floor. It swirls around the colossal trunks of the dipterocarp trees, some of which have stood here for centuries. The air is thick with the smell of wet earth, of decaying leaves, and the sweet perfume of night-blooming orchids closing their petals. A single drop of water, heavy with dew, falls from a giant fern leaf, landing with a soft pat on the moss below. It is a world holding its breath, waiting for the signal to begin. And then it comes. Not a sudden roar, but a single, pure note. A gibbon high in the canopy calls out to the rising sun. Its voice is a beautiful, haunting whoop that carries for miles. Another answers, then another, until the air is filled with their cascading duet. This is the rainforest's alarm clock. It is a declaration that a new day has arrived in Borneo. The sound weaves through the leaves, stirring the slumbering world below. The rainforest is not just a collection of trees, it is a single, breathing organism. And as the sun climbs higher, its heart begins to beat faster. High above the forest floor in the sun-drenched canopy, the day's activities begin with a search for food. An orangutan, the person of the forest, moves with a slow and deliberate grace. Her long, powerful arms allow her to swing effortlessly from one branch to another, a method of travel called brachiation. She is a solitary and thoughtful creature, her deep brown eyes scanning the branches for ripe fruit. This morning she finds a cluster of wild figs. She settles onto a sturdy branch, her young baby clinging tightly to her long, reddish-brown fur, and begins her meal. She is a master gardener of the forest, dispersing seeds from the fruit she eats, planting future generations of trees as she travels. Not far away, a family of proboscis monkeys leaps through the leaves. The male is unmistakable, with his large, fleshy nose that hangs down over his mouth. Scientists believe this impressive nose helps him make loud, honking calls to attract mates and warn rivals. These monkeys have a specialized diet, feeding almost exclusively on unripe fruit and leaves. This is because their unique stomachs contain bacteria that can break down toxins found in the foliage, a feat that would make other animals sick. They are picky eaters, moving from tree to tree to find just the right kind of leaves for their breakfast, their long tails providing balance as they make daring jumps. Down below in the perpetual twilight of the understory, a different kind of life is beginning to stir. The world here is one of shadow and dampness, where the ground is a soft carpet of fallen leaves. A tiny mouse deer, no bigger than a house cat, steps delicately through the foliage. No bigger than a house cat. Its slender legs and tiny frame allow it to move almost silently, alert for any sign of danger. It nibbles on fallen fruits and tender shoots, its large dark eyes constantly scanning its surroundings. Its small size is its greatest advantage, allowing it to hide from predators like the clouded leopard. Nearby, a column of termites is hard at work. They are the forest's cleanup crew. Moving in a disciplined line, they are breaking down a fallen log, returning its nutrients to the soil. Each termite has a specific job, soldiers with their large jaws who protect the colony, to the workers who gather and process the wood. They are tireless engineers, building intricate tunnels and massive mounds. Without these humble insects, the forest floor would be choked with dead wood and leaves. They turn death back into life. The river cuts a winding path through the heart of the rainforest, a shimmering artery of life. Its waters, stained brown by tannins from decaying leaves, are cool and inviting. Along its banks, the vegetation grows even more lush and tangled. The river is a highway, a hunting ground, a source of life for countless species. A large saltwater crocodile, a living dinosaur, lies perfectly still at the water's edge. Only its eyes and nostrils break the surface. It is the apex predator of this domain, waiting with immense patience, a thirsty deer, a careless monkey. Beneath the surface, the water is teeming with a dazzling array of life. Shoals of colorful fish dart through the submerged roots of mangrove trees. The Arowana, known as the dragonfish, glides gracefully near the surface. It can leap out of the water to snatch insects and even small animals. Its large metallic scales shimmer in the dappled light. Deeper down, catfish use their sensitive barbels, which look like whiskers, to feel for food along the muddy riverbed. These fish feed birds, and feed larger predatory fish. The river also provides a home for stranger creatures. A Borneo earless monitor lizard slithers through the shallows. Its streamlined body and powerful tail show its semi-aquatic adaptation. It hunts for crabs, and for fish. As the sun reaches its zenith, a hush falls over the rainforest. The intense heat and humidity press down, many of the larger animals seek shelter and rest. The air grows heavy and still, the vibrant morning chorus of birds, primates fades into a low, monotonous hum. This is the sound of insects. Cicadas begin their deafening, rhythmic buzzing, a sound that seems to make the very air vibrate. Their calls define the tropical midday, a high-pitched drone filling the silence. They have emerged from long subterranean lives for a brief mating period. Even in this quiet time, life continues in smaller, less obvious forms. High in the canopy, a Wallace's flying frog rests on a broad, wet leaf. It doesn't truly fly, but glides. It spreads huge webbed feet like parachutes, leaping and gliding 50 feet or more between trees. A brilliant escape from predators in the dangerous forest floor. Its bright green skin camouflages it among leaves as it waits for cooler late-afternoon hunting. On the forest floor, heat concentrates the jungle's smells: overripe fruit, damp soil, fungal decay. The Borneo Rainforest is a masterclass in cooperation, where different species form incredible partnerships to survive. One striking example: the pitcher plant and the mountain tree shrew. The pitcher plant is carnivorous, a deep, pitcher-shaped leaf filled with digestive fluid. It traps and consumes insects. But Nepenthes lowii has a special deal. Its lid produces sugary nectar. A tree shrew visits, not to be eaten, but to eat. It licks the nectar, perching its rear over the pitcher opening. Then it does something remarkable. Uses the pitcher as a toilet. Droppings fall directly into the plant. That waste is rich in nitrogen, scarce in the rainforest soil. The tree shrew gets food, the pitcher gets fertilizer. A perfect exchange, life adapting in strange, wonderful ways. Another partnership: ants and the macaranga tree. The tree has hollow stems, homes for ants. The tree makes special food bodies on its leaves. Ants get constant nutrition. In return, they act as bodyguards. A hungry caterpillar bites a leaf. Ants swarm and attack. Another herbivore tries to feed. Same response. The tree grows with less herbivory, and the ants get a safe, stocked home. These relationships are everywhere. Fungi connect to tree roots, helping absorb nutrients. Tiny fig wasps are the only pollinators of fig trees. As the fierce midday heat begins to subside, the forest slowly comes back to life. A different set of creatures begins to emerge, taking over from those active in the morning. This is the afternoon shift. Soft, angled light filters through the canopy in a warm golden haze. The orangutan mother, having rested, begins to move again. She is not looking for food now. She searches for the perfect place to spend the night. She expertly selects strong branches. She begins to weave a nest, bending leaves, interlocking twigs to create a secure platform high above the ground. She builds a fresh nest like this every single night. On the forest floor, a Borneo pygmy elephant makes its way to the river. The smallest elephants in Asia, with straighter tusks and a gentler nature. They travel in family groups. Their large feet make surprisingly little sound on the soft earth. Afternoon is ideal for drinking and bathing in the cool river water. They use their trunks to spray themselves, they spray their companions, they spray their young. Mud covers their skin in a protective layer. The mud helps cool them down. The mud shields their skin from the sun. The mud protects them from biting insects. The mud bath is a vital social and practical ritual. The forest sounds begin to change. The loud drone of cicadas gives way to a varied chorus of birdsong as they feed before dusk. The sun begins its final descent, orange, pink, purple. This is the golden hour. The light becomes thick and syrupy, casting long dramatic shadows across the forest floor. The canopy is set ablaze with color. Emergent trees catch the last rays like fiery torches. The air cools rapidly. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves. Day-shift animals make their final movements, hurrying to their nests and burrows. This 24-hour cycle, from the first call of the gibbon to the silent hunt of the leopard, reveals the incredible complexity of the Borneo Rainforest. It is not just one world but many worlds, layered on top of each other, each with its own unique inhabitants and rhythms. It is a place of breathtaking beauty, strange adaptations, fierce competition, intricate cooperation. Every single organism, from the tallest tree to the smallest termite, plays a crucial role in the health and stability of the whole. This is a web of life, woven over millions of years, and yet, this ancient world is in grave danger. It is our shared responsibility to protect it, to ensure that its sun will continue to rise and set on this magnificent world for countless millennia to come.